Here's how to set up the perfect morning.
Now today we're going to give you guys a routine that if you do, you're going to make the most of your day. We're basically giving you guys the best start and the most optimal way that you can start your day.
So in every situation, you need to have the best advantage given to you. So why not slingshot straight away from the morning out of your bed into work? The worst habit that majority of people do is the first thing they do is grab their phone. And to be honest, I was one of those guys. However, fortunately, Poria wasn't. And that's another thing I learned from him. I said, you know what? I need to make sure to wake up and not go on my phone. Because I used to realize the first thing I do is grab my phone, check my notifications, see if there's any emails, check on Instagram, Snapchat, iMessages, and by then, I've already wasted at least 20-30 minutes. And I'm in a slumpy, drowsy mood. I don't have that burst of energy anymore that the morning is giving me. So here's how to fix that problem. Whether you have to spend £5, £10, or $20 or whatever, that means to get an alarm clock. So then you don't even have a reason to touch your phone at all in the morning. You can leave your phone even outside your room or far away from you so it's not in proximity. So that way, you're not even tempted to grab it. Because nowadays, subconsciously, the first thing we always do is grab our phone. We make sure we always have to have our phone with us. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we've become too reliant on it. And we're wasting our energy in the morning on checking our phone. So the first thing you gotta do is as soon as your alarm clock goes off, you have to get out of bed. There is no faffing about. Get out of your bed and do your bed. I know it's a tedious task at first, but it only takes about 20 to 30 seconds. Just do it. Fold your bed, make sure your pillow's nice, and then go wash your face. And within 30 seconds, that's the hardest part. If you can do that, just say it only takes me a minute. Once you've done that, then you can get on with the rest of your day.
Now, a lot of you actually struggle to wake up. It's been scientifically proven that waking up to an alarm is not as efficient as waking up by light. So here's a simple fix that could get you absolutely sorted out. Now, besides waking up to an alarm set by your alarm clock or even by your phone, why don't you just face towards the window, and as soon as daylight is rising, you should automatically wake up with that. Even if that means keeping your window open and waking up to natural sounds, for example, the bird or cars moving in the street, that's a lot better than your artificial sound which your phone or alarm is making.
And for those of you guys that say, oh, I wake up late, I go to sleep late, then fix it. Go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. It's that simple.
Now, obviously, for my case as well, I used to sleep and wake up to an alarm, but then I decided to basically, beside of sleeping at the head of my bed, sleep at the bottom end of it, but that was facing away from the window, and so I decided to basically change my sleeping position. I'm going to discuss about sleeping positions further in the video, but in the meantime, I just want to say that now that I'm starting to face the window, my sleep is actually getting much better because when I wake up, I'm no longer tired. That simple change can be a very effective way of basically improving your mornings.
And trust me guys, just like conditioning yourself to gym, working out, doing homework, whatever it is, sleeping is just the same. You'll get into a habit. You will only need certain hours. So for instance, now, once I get between 7.5 hours, before my alarm even goes off, I automatically wake up. Subconsciously, my body just starts processing and wakes me up. 7.5 hours is around 4 REM sleeps. And REM sleeps just means rapid eye movement. Anywhere between 4 to 5 REM sleeps is the ideal range because your body goes through sleep cycles. Because each sleep stage has multiple phases itself. When you go to thinking, dreaming, deep sleep, and other things, that it's way more too scientific for us at this stage to talk about. For all we need to know at this stage is we need to get a few REM sleeps just to have the good night of sleep in order to produce all the hormones and make sure our body functions properly. So scientists have said the optimum is around 7.5 hours or 9 hours depending on what your body needs. Sometimes it can even be 6 hours if you need less sleep or if you need more sleep, so 9 hours depending on if you're recovering muscle or you're in a growth stage, depending on your stage in life.
Now, the reason why they say that is because they want you to get a full cycle. If you wake up at, say for example, where everyone says 8 hours of sleep, oh, I need to get 8 hours of sleep every single night, you're waking up during your deep sleep. And people that wake up during that phase of their sleep, they basically wake up like a zombie. Every single time they wake up sweating and basically like waking up about losing their peripherals. They don't know where they are. They're waking up all groggy. That's because they're waking up during the deep sleep and they're still not recovered completely. And when you disturb yourself and from the flow that you were in right now, when you wake up, that's going to be exactly how you're going to feel for the rest of the day. You're not going to feel productive. You're going to feel completely tired and fatigued. And all of the tiredness from yesterday is going to carry on onto today. Now, another extremely important part of your sleep is how you sleep. There are obviously two main correct positions where you should be sleeping. Number one is you sleeping like a vampire on your back.
And in my opinion, that's the most uncomfortable way, but apparently it's the best way to sleep like a mummy.
Yeah, that is the best and most practical way for you to sleep. However, I've been trying that recently and I'm telling you, my back pain is actually going away. Now, if you're capable of doing that, then I highly recommend doing it as well.
I haven't haven't reached that stage yet, but hopefully down the line I can get to that too. Because my back pain right now, crazy.
Now the second best way of sleeping is actually on your side, but not on either side, just on the right. Now scientists have basically come out and said that if your heart is resting on top of your liver, then you could get a much better sleep. However, if it is the other way around, your sleep is actually disturbed because of your lungs being collapsed.
And that's how currently I sleep, always on my right side.
Now, obviously, there are a couple of other reasons as well why maybe like your heart, there's a lot of pressure on it because of your liver being rested on top, and a lot of other reasons. But we're not going to get onto that because obviously we're not educated in that field neither.
So now that you're out of bed, wash your face and fix your bed. It's time to get some sunlight in your eyes. So us humans, we run on a circadian rhythm. And all this is a 25-hour clock period time, which our body runs on. So when we see morning daylight, we automatically think of as the beginning. And when it becomes dark, we go into a sleepy drowsiness mood, which calls us to sleep, which we think of as the end, basically. And this cycle just repeats every day, day in, day out. So just like a river that flows downstream, why try to go against it by going upstream? You have a flow, in the morning wake up and in the night go sleep. So why disturb that flow? So the best thing to do is step outside. And I genuinely mean if you can go in the garden, on the balcony, or even out your front house, just to get some sunlight into your eyes. And I don't mean directly look into the sun, just to get some sunlight in your pupils. Automatically, by getting in some sunlight, it causes your body's reaction to wake up. Even if you're sleepy, drowsy, it gets rid of that mood and you're on the go.
Now, if that's not a possibility, scientists have also said to do this. If you basically go into the position shown up here and basically stare out the window for up to 5 to 10 minutes, you could get the same effects as that. It will absolutely wake you up and make you ready to start your day. Now, sunlight is extremely important, as we all know. Now, even back in Iran, when we used to go to preschool, they used to make us line up in the heat for up to 30 minutes, getting sunlight while singing the national anthem. And they used to do this for 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds. So imagine that. The vitamin D and nutrients you get from the sun are amazing. Even Cristiano Ronaldo gets 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight every single day, part of his routine. So if he's doing it, there is no reason why you shouldn't do it.
Now this is why there's two of us to give you the best of both worlds.
Breakfast could be a hit or a miss. Now we have different takes on this, so that's why we're going to give you both sides of the story.
And this just goes to show you there is not a one fit plan for everyone. Do at your own preferences and see which suits you best. So my take on eating breakfast in the morning, it's that it's unnecessary. Eating straight away when you wake up is not the best thing to do in my opinion. And I'll tell you guys why. So I have this theory that since back in the old days, even when we were cavemen, when we woke up, we just didn't have breakfast on our table. What did we have to do? We had to go to hunt, gather berries. We had to do some sort of work to be able to reward ourselves with breakfast. However, nowadays, most of us have gone soft. Now, what's the first thing we do when we wake up? Eat breakfast. What's the point of treating yourself and giving yourself the reward when you haven't worked for it? This is why I always like to be hungry, not to starve, but because it causes me to strive and push for more. So then I can get the reward.
Now, on the other hand, I believe in completely something different. Now, some of you may or may not know, but before I decided to become a pilot, I was actually trying to go professional in MMA. And as an athlete lifestyle, I could tell you that having a balanced and well-nutritious diet is absolutely key. Not only does it help with productivity, but also recovery. So I'm coming and telling you guys why eating breakfast is extremely important. Now, the reason why it's extremely important is that it helps fuel the brain. If your brain isn't functioning correctly in the morning, then how can you expect for yourself to do anything during the day or even later at nighttime? Proper diet is absolutely key to your success, no matter what adventure you are taking in the day. Now, contrary to belief, when I say breakfast is extremely important, I don't mean you just whipping up a quick cereal and add some milk and that's it. No, I mean having a correct, balanced breakfast. I want you to have wholemeal bread, eggs, fruit and vegetables, and many more other options. So make sure that you get a very nice, healthy breakfast, and then you can absolutely get to work and start your day being as productive and efficient as you can.
So although that works for Poria, the moment I eat, what's the first thing you want to do? You just want to relax, maybe lay down a little, rest your feet up. But when you haven't ate, you don't have that feeling. So what do you want to do? You want to get to work, you're hungry, you're deprived of it. So you get to it no matter what you have to do. And look, you've seen our bond. We live together and our lifestyle still works. It just goes to show you every person is different, but use your own techniques and don't bring down the other person because they have a different method to you. Learn from them and apply it to your own knowledge, whether that's you should do it or you shouldn't do it. Either way, there is always something to learn.
Now, between these two methods, pick and choose the one that works best for you. Maybe at this moment of time, it's not something that you want to be doing, but because of the situation you are, it just makes more sense to do it. So see what works for you best and adapt to your situation. Because once again, adaptation is the most important thing in life.
because it's not always the strongest or the fastest that gets to survive. It's the person who's the most adaptable to every situation. You must be able to adapt to your environment and thrive.
Now, if you follow this morning routine or have your own morning routines, then you know that your workday is going to be sublime. Now, if you guys have any morning rituals or things that you love to do in your routine, make sure to drop it down in the comments below so we and others can see, and maybe we could implement it in our day-to-day as well.
Now, this was just the first upload to show you guys very quickly how to get your day going. Later down the line, we'll do another upload to go more in detail on specifically exactly what you should do, which may include stretching, breathing, meditating, and etc.
Now, we're also going to release another part of this video which will tell you how to get a perfect night's sleep and your night routine that you should be following. So stay tuned for that.
So this way, not only you optimize your morning, but your night as well.
So once again, thank you for sticking to the end of this video and showing your support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of this video and what you would like to see from us more. Turn on those notifications and stay traditional.